Hi, well, welcome back. Well, I've got a lot of updates to show you today. It's been a really productive week. I've got a lot done. So basically there's 3 different projects I've got going on at the moment, and I'm just alternating my time between them. So first of all, there's the interior GRP repairs, which I've almost finished, so I can show you more about that soon. I can also show you the topside work that Anthony's been working on for the last 3 to 4 weeks. Now, that's not something that I've been that involved with, though I have taken some footage of Anthony doing that work, so it's probably about time to show you a little bit about that. And then thirdly, there's the below the waterline work on the outside of the hull that I've just started recently. So there's those 3 projects going on at the moment. And hopefully today I'll finish the interior by just applying all that flow coat, and then that's the interior GRP repairs complete for the shell, which would be really great because that's a fairly significant job over and done with. And I'd also just like to mention that I appreciate everybody that's been giving me likes or thumbs up for my videos, so thank you everybody for doing that, and I hope you enjoy these. Okay, well, let's get on board and I'll show you first of all the update to the GRP shell repair work. Okay, so last week I went through and showed you all the details of the new lot of internal shell damage that I'd found. And since then, over the last week, I've managed to basically complete all that work to the point of flow coating. So I won't show you the process of grinding and laying up fiberglass mat because you've seen it before. But here's just a little bit of footage of me doing some grinding to the interior of the shell. And I just thought I'd show you a little bit of this because, as you can see, it's actually quite difficult to work in these confined spaces. So trying to get the grinder into these sort of tight covered areas and, you know, get half my body in and half out, that was actually quite difficult. But anyway, after probably 2 days of preparation and then a 3rd day of laminating, I got to this point now. So let's start going furthest aft, all the way back into the aft cabin almost. So this is the hanging locker in the aft cabin, and there's that tubbing there that I laid up myself. Actually, I did this time. I've just taped it up so I can get some flow coat going. Moving forwards, this is like the instrument panel. Again, just a little bit of tabbing on that bulkhead. Once again, I did that. Down in the cupboard beneath the electrical panel was quite a bit of work. So this is quadaxial, so it's just a big square piece of quadaxial across this and then wrapped around onto that bulkhead. That was where there was some really quite serious delamination occurring. So that's all done. Moving forwards, we've got this navigation station area. So that's where that that sort of puncture was. You can actually see that red mark in the center there. Now that's filler from the outside. So you can see that the outside had a few layers ground away, and then basically that filler was put in place. So we're going to have to get around there on the other side, get rid of that filler and lay it up with laminate, which is what should have been done in the first place for that repair job. And you can see more filler over there on that side. That's one large square piece of quadaxial mat, and then all the carpet and glue's been taken away. I'm going to put some flow coat over that. Down the bottom here there's a couple of layers of chopped strand and then a piece of quadaxial going over onto that floor bearer. Now that was a piece I did myself, so that's the first time that I've had a go at sort of dishing out or feathering back that damage in the center and then laying that up. Okay, we've got another piece there that was done. All these bearers have been tabbed in now. I did this myself. First of all, those cracks were filled up with epoxy, and then that piece was clamped together. It was too difficult to scarf a piece together as it is, so that's just filled with epoxy and clamped up and then tabbed back. Same with this one. You can see the split there is quite bad, but hopefully that epoxy and then laminate around the outside will hold that together. Same with that one. Now this is where the water maker was, and if you remember in the last update I removed the water maker and disassembled it. So now there's two bearers there that have been tabbed back in. That's ready to get some flow coat applied. Another couple of areas over there that have been retabbed. And then going forwards to the heads, there's this on both sides that's been tabbed in. Also under the basin there, it's a bit difficult to see. So that's what I've been working on for the last week. Now I'd like to get this finished today so I can go home and when I come back tomorrow I can start on something else. So what I need to do is just mix up some flow coat and then paint that on. As you can see, I've taped everything up, so I've got some sort of square edges. So let's go and mix some of that up now, and I'll show you the process of that. Okay, so mixing up this flow coat is the same as mixing up the polyester resin. So it's a 2% catalyst or hardener. So this is quite heavy. Let's get started. It's hard to guess how much. Probably last time we made up about 2 kilograms, I think. So that should be, oh dear, a bit more. It's always better to have too much than not enough, because you don't want to be making some up at the last minute once you've run out and have half a piece drying whilst you're making up a fresh mix. Okay, so that's 2.6 kilograms. So 2% of that is 52, so I need 52 cubic centimeters of this catalyst. So that's 15. That's 30. That's 45. Plus 7 makes 52. Gee, I hope I've got that right. It seems like a lot. It requires some force to mix it up. Really, really thick. Smell the styrene. I need to get my mask on in a minute. Gosh, it certainly is thick, isn't it? That'll do. Mask on, clean gloves, and get started. Well, there we have it. Minus 4.5 degrees. So incredibly cold for the end of February. February the 27th it is. So I won't be doing any epoxying or fiberglassing or anything like that today at minus 4.5 degrees. Wow, not seen it like this before. Snow everywhere. I think I'm the first person here. Those are my tracks. Very, very quiet though. Not looking forward to being inside today. The shed's going to be very, very cold. But the good thing is I've got some new gloves. I've got these to keep my hands warm. Right, let's see what's cooking down here. I've got the heater on because I've been baking this flow coat for the last couple of days. It's been down to 0 or below 0 outside, so the heater's been on here and it's kept the temperature just under 20, which is pretty good. So there's all my flow coat that I mixed up yesterday and showed you, and that's come up pretty good by the looks. Mind you, it always looks really great because it's just so white and glossy and clean. I need to get my putty knife out and just pull that tape off. So basically that is the end of this project, which was to repair the internal shell. And we've spent about 80 hours on this project because I've been logging all the hours that we've been working on the project for. So I'm really pleased with the way this has come up. Just feel that everything's been repaired to best practice. Nothing's been left unturned. It's in as good or if not better condition now than when the boat was made 29 years ago. And yeah, I'm actually quite proud that we've been able to do all this work and Wanda's been repaired correctly, which is what should have happened in the first place, but never mind. So this is the end of one project. Although there's more work to be done, at least this is all the structural repairs been complete now. So I feel a lot better about if the boat needs to be lifted up and moved or transported. Everything's secured and the structural integrity is sound again. So that feels really good.